Hey guys, welcome to Picksburgh. You're joining us this morning for ECOM and Beyond Morning Show. And with me, as always, is my co-host, Nate. Every day I'm hustling, aka the best beard in the business, aka the bearded wonder, aka Darth Vapor, aka the most handsome man on the tubes.
A lot of AKAs for today.
A lot of AKAs, guys. And today we have a very special guest. Definitely an up and coming content creator. Definitely a really awesome person. His name is Anthony. His YouTube channel is Bluegrass Picker. If you're not subscribed to Anthony, guys, I have his link to his channel down below in the description, and I'm sure we'll be posting it in the chat as well. So please do me a favor, go show him some love. He's really, really awesome. He makes pretty good content, so I think you guys will enjoy him.
Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate it, guys. Sorry, I had another window open, so everything was echoing there. I couldn't quite hear everything. I apologize.
No worries, man. I want to say hi to a few people in the chat. Steven Scroggins was first today. So what is up, my man? That's a point for you. Nate's going to keep track of them. I also want to start giving points away during the show, too, just for interaction or stuff. So, Nate, if I forget that we're giving points away and stuff, just remind me. Cajun Roots Resellers in the house. What's going on, my man? Thank you for your service. I see your picture there. That's awesome. Country Picker. That's a new name for us. Thank you so much for being here, my man. I'm glad that you decided to join us today, especially since we have an awesome guest. Hope you enjoy yourself here on the show. Sand Dollar, what's up, Ray? Good to see you, my man. Justin Jacobs is in the house. My man, just hooked me up with some video games.
Nice. Video games sell so fast.
Yep. Dad's Vintage Garage is in the house. What's up, John? Michelle Lathan, good morning. Glad you're with us. Kelly, the Ecom Mom Ward, is in the house. What's up, Kelly? Go Texans, huh? Okay, I don't know. Are they playing your Chiefs? I actually am a Patty Mahomes fan, so I can't really knock the Chiefs. DC Sells, the master of the license plate, is with us. Good to see you, D. Good morning. Road Warrior Reseller, good morning to you. I saw you for the first time last night in Anthony's chat, so thanks for jumping over to support your boy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely.
Jacob Michael, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Glad you're with us this morning. BK Venting and Flipping. Matt is in the house. Good to see you, Matt. Eric Bischoff, my man. WCW's finest. Dude's an animal when it comes to Amazon. I have to pick his brain. Siosa Sells is with us. Good morning, Lisa. Glad you could join us. Bargain Effects in the house. You see that? He's listening to us while he showers. My man, that's dedication. You know, it's funny is I was listening to Justin's morning show while I was showering today.
Yeah, it's hard not. I have to catch his show. It's great content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Justin's like one of my everyday must-watch creators.
Yeah, he's just so truthful.
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually, between him and Lonnie, as far as the bigger YouTubers, I've really grown my eBay business a lot. Just
yeah, I agree.
Doing what they do.
Yeah. I watch how they do the garage sales because they show a lot of good ways to how to go about a garage sale the right way,
Yeah, this is awesome. Lisa says, Tommy, are you ever decent when you listen? Pooping, showering? And she left a little bit of imagination room for us. I'm sure there's probably times he's with Destiny and she's like, Tommy, just shut it down. Oh, that's awesome. So Road Warrior says, you've been his best friend since 6th grade. He's been pushing me to get back into reselling. Looking forward to this chat. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, he used to sell on eBay back when you had to send money orders to each other, and
yep.
He knows how clunky it actually used to be. So people always complain about our platforms, but if you used to sell on them, it seems like a dream. When you have to pay for photos, he had to upload it from another Yeah, I mean, so he's got a lot of information too, and he's just been a truck driver for a while. So, you know, it comes and goes with reselling, you know, with all of it. Sometimes it's out of necessity.
For sure.
But
Yeah,
he has a lot of knowledge.
I have a really good friend. He was supposed to come hang out last night, but he hurt his back at work. But I've been friends with him since like 5th or 6th grade too. And like, it's rare that you find a friend that is like in your life throughout your life, because typically people are only with you for a season or two. But when you find somebody like that can be a lifelong friend, that's a special thing.
Absolutely. And we're aware of it, and that's what makes it better when you actually take advantage of it.
Yeah, definitely. I want to say what's up to Elo Flip. What's going on, my man? He is a Pittsburgh boy as well. So show him some love, guys. If you haven't heard of his channel, he's a reasonably new content creator, smaller channel. Let's help him grow, guys.
He knows what he's talking about every time he comes up on here.
Yeah, for sure.
OSP.
What's that?
OSP's in here.
Yep.
He's the Anthony ×2 and the beard.
Yeah. You can never have too much Anthony. That's what I've come to.
I agree.
Come to think of.
As long as a little sprinkle beard, it's usually a good situation.
Yeah.
I shaved mine off yesterday. I have a big old gray beard.
I figured I would grow the beard out a little bit just in honor of Nate. I can't get it to that point, but like I didn't shave like the sides of my face this last time.
Yeah.
So I'll get a little beard going, but
you got the starter beard going on. It's all right.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere.
When I started the channel, I had a beard. Like I had like the little chin strap beard, but I shaved it down to the goatee, and I'm going to bring it back a little bit just in honor of you, Nate.
Thank you. He confirmed last night he'll be joining MPA in April. CSSL said.
That's awesome. Would that be Dusty Alabama Pickers? That would be great. Love to have him come by. Dusty's a good dude. I haven't been live with Dusty since we did the mid-morning break room. But yeah, he's always been super nice to me, and you know, he's very knowledgeable. John said we should credit for thumbs up and stuff like that, Nate. You're like the role man when it comes to this, so you make that decision.
What were the thumbs up?
Yeah.
Oh, we always got a thumbs up, right?
Yeah, you just smash that thumbs up. Beat that thing in position. Snap. So I appreciate everyone being here today. I'm just wanting to know a little bit more about Anthony, and for those of you that don't know him or haven't seen his channel yet, that's true. Matt was the last guest on Mid Morning. We need to get you on this show, Matt, whenever you whenever you get a chance. But yeah, as far as Anthony, why don't you give us a little bit of your backstory and just kind of let us know how you got into reselling and anything you want to share about your life and your journey.
Sure. I guess I really hadn't thought about that, but I guess when I was a kid, my dad would he was a preacher, so we would up here they would give you a parsonage. So our first house he would just rent out after we moved, and in the summers we would go and fix it up, and he'd pay me with Mountain Dew and Fritos, and he'd give you a lot of extra money, and I would always I bought Garbage Pail Kids back in '83 or something. So my first start was buying Garbage Pail Kids, and my mom found them and threw them out. So that was my first start. So then I was like, okay, well then I can get baseball cards. So, and I was a baseball fan. So it all started with hoarding, collecting baseball cards and baseball memorabilia. And over the years, I just got too much. And then I knew I was going to have to sell it eventually. And so it just kind of led me to getting rid of some of my Albert Pujols cards and things like that. I bought a lot of Patrick Mahomes stuff back when no one knew about him. And I bought some jerseys and things like that to sell on eBay. And that's kind of how I got into it. And then I just kind of wanted to expand it. And I think I started with Rake and Profit, thought about doing Amazon and things, you know. He made it sound a little too easy. even though it can be, I'm sure, and that's why I really like you guys. I want to know more about Amazon, but I already knew how to do eBay a little bit, and so watching Lonnie and Cincinnati Picker and Part-Time Picker, whoa, that changed the game. Going to garage sales and realizing you can part out things, you can sell just about anything, and so that really changed the game for me, and led me to Commonwealth Picker, who is really my favorite right now because he does all that. Plus, he has a flea market booth, an antique mall that I do too. And what I found was when I was selling my baseball cards, you guys know that shipping is one of the big factors when it comes to eBay. And so shipping baseball cards, it wasn't such a big factor. I could still send it for $4. And now I send it out for $2.86. So it wasn't like this huge difference. But when you're trying to send out something for $3 to $4, you're going to get raked. So you're not going to be able to compete in eBay. So now that I've got a computer and I print my labels off and all that, it makes such a big difference. But so, it all kind of led into being able to ship better. And that's just from learning from all the resellers and in our community. And so it's kind of led me to the flea market, and the flea market was mainly because I didn't know how to do shipping. And so I wanted to have some of those items that I could, you can't sell the $5 to $10 items on eBay when the shipping's $10 to $15. No one's going to buy that, but in the flea market booth, they will. And so I found that there's some real advantages to flea market booth, because in a weird way, it's like FBA, my own FBA, and it's a storage unit in a weird way. The beginning part, setting it up that's the work. But then after that, you just kind of, I get an email every day and they tell me what I need to come stock, if I need to come stock or not. But most of the time I have a lot in there, so it's all right. And now that I've gotten some of my shippings better, I kind of pulling out some of my stuff that I can sell on eBay. And so that's kind of what I do. I like to have a few different platforms. I've messed around a little bit with Poshmark and Mercari, but I just don't get the watches I get on eBay. And so that's kind of what I've been doing. And I look to learn enough about Amazon too to kind of look into scaling up eventually too. Now that I got shipping down.
Yeah, well, we'd be more than happy to help you out with some Amazon stuff. And as far as shipping, like there's multiple guys I talk to almost on a daily basis that have questions about shipping, getting the cheapest rates, how to package and wrap things. Like if you have questions, just shoot me a message on my wife's Facebook page now that you have it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to learn more about Instagram and how to link myself with other platforms and I like coins. I like all kinds of things. So I follow coin guys. I like a Harry Humstone. He's one of my favorites because he's a hoarder, but he collects. So he knows how to present it right. So he's like just a genius when it comes to what really people want. So I like to follow him because he has some good people coming in there. So who knows what's going to happen a month from now? That's kind of how I see it. I'm a lot like Resale King. I just can't really stop going, and I'm constantly thinking of a new way to go about it, and I like the process. That's what's a lot of fun to me.
For sure. Absolutely. Hey, what's up, Brandon?
Thanks for
coming. Yeah, I love collectibles and stuff like that. Looks like Hip Flippin' Mama's sending you some kisses today.
Hey, Mama.
Oh, sucky.
Love you.
Yeah, Kelly's awesome. She's one of the people that really got behind me early on and helped me grow. So I always send love over Kelly's way. Plus, she co-hosts a Bible study with me, so she's kind of like my partner in crime over there. What's up, Craig? Land Shark Picker. Thanks for joining us. Glad Craig. Craig's been doing a lot of premieres lately. I've been trying to keep up with some of that stuff.
Yeah, I thought about trying to premiere just to try it. I like when Harry Tornado and some of those guys do that.
Yeah, I've only done it one time, and it was because I normally had a working hangout on. That was back when I used to do them every Saturday, and I something came up last minute. I couldn't do it, and I was in the car. I was like, "Heck with it! I'll just upload a video and do a premiere."
Yeah,
it's a good way to interact if you do a lot of pre-recorded stuff. Like when you don't do the lives and you're doing just pre-recordeds, you're mostly just getting like some comments here and there. But with doing lives and doing the premiere, you're able to communicate with people as your video is going on, or as we're going live with our show, for example, we're able to talk with people. So communication is really just awesome, and your viewers also get to know who you are as a seller or as a person as well.
Right, makes sense. And I've got quite a few subscribers, but I don't have very many watch hours. So I need to do more lives to get my watch hours up. I did a live last night, just a test run, and I got like 12.5 hours. So that was 10% of what the hours of view time. And so I realize now that I need to do more of those anyway. And it's fun. I like interacting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, lives are really good. As far as connecting with your audience and all that. And
like,
good, Nate.
I like doing them just to be able to chat. Like when we don't do one, Saturday and Sunday, or sometimes we'll do one Saturday, like a working hangout or whatever. I'll come in Monday and like be so excited because like, we didn't do one for a day or two. It feels weird not going live once a day and talking with, all the people that you see here today and throughout the days that we do our lives and stuff. So it's like a morning ritual for like me anymore. So I appreciate all the people that come in and say hello and spend part of their day with us.
You just reminded me of a Kevin Hart skit. Do you ever see that one stand up where he's like, so excited?
I
love him.
Park in Japan or something like that, and his thing didn't click, and he's like freaking out, and there's this guy just like, so excited.
I definitely have to watch that after this then.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
To remind me.
Yeah, I try to keep up with Kevin Hart. He's a funny dude.
I love Kevin Hart, man. Love him.
When they tell you not to do lives and like do things that aren't your channel and whatever, but I really liked Picksburgh's when he was down in Disney. I loved it. You threw that in, show us what you're doing, because we already bought into you guys. We want to see your story anyway. So I think I like it when you do. I love those lives. That was fun. And I haven't been to Disney for a decade, so it's kind of nice to see all the new stuff. Honestly.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that again in probably March. We're probably gonna go like full transparency in March. Like my mom's been wanting to take my nephews and us to Disney for a long time, so I think she's going to do that in March. So when we're back, I'm going to try to do more lives. One thing I didn't do that I really wish I would have was done a live in But 2, like the Galaxy's Edge Star Wars area. It's so awesome. Like I could live there. It's cool.
I hear you. Yeah, it was fun a long time ago. I can't imagine how good it is now.
Elo, why don't we get together? Saturday. You can join Nate's work and hang out. We'll get you on the morning show sometime too, man, to help promote your channel and
Yeah, I want to hear about him.
Sure. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting him. He said he's going to come to our meetup in April as well. So
awesome to meet like all these different people. Not only from Pittsburgh but from everywhere. But we've been meeting or seeing a lot more people from PA than I would ever think. And that's what's awesome is there is so many people like us. We're just kind of hidden because we feel like we have to just be in this like secret society of people who buy stuff and like hoard it and resell, because the everyday person might look at us like we're being like like the Grinch for Christmas or whatever. But in all reality, we're just like anybody else in any type of other job. Like we're doing our wholesale orientation yesterday, and we're looking at all this cool stuff, and we're buying basically straight from the manufacturer for the most part, so cool. we're just like going to Walmart. It's the same thing, but now we're getting it directly sent to us versus going to Walmart, Target, and all the other stuff. So
right.
But it's business, I mean, it's all part of business.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, I do have a link in the chat for Anthony's channel. If you would go show him some love, I'd definitely appreciate that. Go over there, tickle that subscribe button, turn it gray. We don't like those red ones. Those red ones are offensive to us.
Right. Esau King said it looks pretty positive for him to come up in April as well. That's awesome.
Yep, definitely. DC Picker John's asking, what's the info on the April meetup? Okay, so the info is the main day of the meetup is going to be April 18th, which is a Saturday. So we're all going to meet up at some kind of eating establishment, probably for 3 to 4 hours, hang out, get to know each other. Right after that, anybody that wants to go, I'm going to take everybody up to Mount Washington, which is a real famous overlook. There's, I don't know if you consider them balconies or what they are. There's like these little things you can go out on, and you can take pictures with the entire city of Pittsburgh behind you. And at nighttime, it's like beautiful seeing the whole thing lit up. So I figured, if you're coming to Pittsburgh, you might as well at least get some kind of a photographic souvenir. I think that'd be real nice. But I'm going to also have an itinerary sheet I'm going to hand out at the meetup for anybody that's coming for more than just that one day. Like if you're coming for just one day, the 18th is the day you want to do it, because that's the day we're all going to get together, eat, drink, be merry, all that type of stuff. But there's going to be other people staying for a longer period of time that either want to see Pittsburgh or source to make the money back that they're expending to come to the meetup. For example, Tommy, the Bargain Effect, his wife Destiny, and his family, they're going to be staying with me and Ashley from the 16th to the 22nd. So I'm going to have an itinerary sheet that I'm going to hand out to everybody at the meetup on the 18th of what we're going to be doing the rest of the week. I'm going to have one fun activity planned, and I'm going to have sourcing opportunities planned too for each day, because why would you want to come to Pittsburgh and have zero fun? I mean, obviously sourcing is very fun. Meeting up with other people, collabing YouTube videos is really fun. But I want people to be able to see the city and do some of the activities and stuff too that Pittsburgh has to offer. So if you want to do those things, that'll be available for you daily. If you want to just source, that's also going to be available for you daily as well. So really you can tailor make the trip to whatever fits your desires or whatnot. So that's essentially what's happening. And I know Nate's going to take some time off work as well. Hip Flippin' Mama's going to be staying at his house. So it's, yeah, Tommy says eating is very fun. There's going to be definitely a good restaurant scheduled every single day. Yeah, absolutely. John, why would I come to Pittsburgh? Simple, Permanis. Absolutely. I'm considering right now doing Permanis because there's a really nice enclosed area. It's like almost like a glass patio of sorts that can definitely fit as many people as we need. And we'd have our own like little assigned waitresses and stuff like that would, bring us food and drinks and stuff. Or there's obviously a, Golden Corral or something like that out in Monroeville as well. The only problem, the Permanis that I can get us reserve seating is over near where I live. So if a lot of people are staying in Monroeville, that could be problematic. But there's also hotels and stuff right by that Permanis. So me and Nate are going to have to figure that out. But I definitely want to make sure that sourcing is readily available, which in Pittsburgh, it pretty much is. You can drive 5 to 10 minutes in any direction and find new sourcing opportunities. That's what I love about the city.
Yeah, I mean, I drive, I'm a half hour from Monroeville for 40 minutes roughly. But like where I'm at, every half hour, whatever direction I go, there's a new area to go and pillage all the profit I can. So, Cajun Roots Whistler asked, "Are you going to do a working hangout every Saturday?" We usually do for the most part. This Saturday, especially because I have my basement set up. I have a lot of organization stuff, and I do want to get a lot of listings and stuff done. So it's going to be a long hangout. So you definitely, if you have a lot of stuff to do, come hang out. I mean, even for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure I'll probably be a part of it at least till, depending on what time you do it, actually, because I know my wife only works till 2 tomorrow. So I'll probably spend some time with her. I'm just not sure how much. Hey, what's up, Rob and Lisa? Good to see you guys. Glad you're joining us. But yeah, it should be a good time, guys.
A couple of pickers.
If you're not part of our Facebook group, guys. I'm going to drop the link again. All the information regarding that's where it's going to be. I think what I might do is, as we get a little bit closer and we're planning stuff out, I might do some live planning shows where even if you're not coming, you can kind of give us your input and help us with that, because I'm really bad at planning and organizing things. So I think that'd be cool. Obviously, I'll probably have Tommy and Destiny and Kelly on, because they're going to be pretty integral in the planning of things as well, being that they're going to be here with us and they're going to want to be experiencing Pittsburgh. So.
Too bad there's no playoff games in Pittsburgh. That'd be a really good meetup.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll have to try and get some tickets or something for like
that would be awesome.
expedition like game where they're cheap and easy to get, and we'd have a nice little tailgate, reseller tailgate and stuff.
That'd be cool.
Stay tuned, people. There's all types of cool stuff in the works.
Yeah, we'll try to set up some kind of yard sale type thing too for at least that Sunday. I know that Saturday, like, I'll have Tommy with me and Nate will have Kelly with them. So I'm sure we'll be hitting the treasure map. It'll be like the very early part of yard sales here. Like, it's still cold probably in April in Pittsburgh. So we should still have something, weather permitting, yard sale wise.
You might want to pack your long pants.
Yep. For sure. But yeah, so do you want to give us any information about your channel, Anthony, or anything that you really enjoy doing?
Yeah, I really like doing the guitar and mandolin for my intros, and I already do it all the time anyway, so it just kind of accentuates what I like to do. I've been playing mandolin for a little over a year now, but I've been playing guitar for about 20, and I recently just decided to start taking some more guitar lessons just to accentuate it and try to do some more bluegrass. With I just like to learn, and but I kind of specialize right now in my flea market booth, because that's something a lot of people don't do and would have thought about doing and would like to do. And it's kind of nice to kind of set it and forget it, but it also makes you realize some of the things that's nice about eBay. eBay, you get that money right away. You have to wait that month. You sell something on January 1st, you're not getting that check until February 5th. So there's a few things that's not good, but when you're putting $2 into something, turning it into 50, not that big a deal. But I mean, I think all this it's nice to have a different platform, because we all know that, like, I can't imagine. I didn't have a bunch of eBay listings when everybody lost all their pictures, but I can't imagine if that's your main platform and that happens to you, it can put you in a whirlwind. So I kind of specialize in that, and I like to do eBay, and I do a lot of sports cards, and sports cards are hard. You can't just jump in there. You got to know what to get, but they're easy to list, easy to take pictures of, easy to store, and easy to ship, and I never get returns. So, in some ways, it's really nice to do on eBay. I'm sure Anthony knows, like with Pokemon cards, that's nice to have 100 listings. It's this tall, So
yeah, exactly.
I'm sure that's why the postcard guys love postcards. They just have a few bins back behind them. But so I think we all need to try different things to kind of keep us diversified. And it's nice being in this community where we can help each other out. And I think it makes a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. DC Sales is asking you, you do a lot of sports memorabilia. What other teams will you be looking out for when thrifting yard sale season?
Well, the things. Well, I'm just gonna basically do what sold the fastest for me, because everybody always talks about, like, me and my buddy Road Warrior Resale. We always talk about, everybody always talks about how many listings they want up, but I always think about more like RVA Flips thinks about how much money I put up, and also I want it to sell fast. I don't want to have listings up. I want it to be gone, and so. I'm just thinking about last year what sold the fastest for me, and like the TI 83 plus calculators, those things go instantly. Video games, if it's PS3 or PS4, Xbox Ones, they seem to go pretty fast. Some of those old ones. But so that's what I found about garage sales. I can bundle up and get video games really cheap, and they go good in my flea market booth. Some of the stuff that, like, one thing too I've realized about eBay is it's a buyer's market in a lot of things too. And since it's one of the only platforms, some of the things are really watered down. And so you can sell, like, I can sell a Tiger Woods Xbox game for $3 or $4 in my booth, but you ain't ever getting that out of eBay, you know? So some titles I can actually sell in my flea market booth. But then, you know, if you have a Super Mario or Mario Kart game, you want to sell that on eBay, you know? So
Sure.
it's good to kind of know that there's different places inside of it to do. So, you know, some of those fast seller ones, you know, and I don't know, you know, just the stuff that's the easiest, you know, catcher's mitts and stuff like, I mean, just stuff that's easy to store that sells fast. And with clothes, I just, you know, people find it and they like it, but it's never the right size. And so it's just really hard. It just sits there and you almost just forget about it. And so I don't, you know, I do it if it's good clothes, but otherwise I don't look for it because I don't sell on Poshmark. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah, Posh is good for clothes. It's just like, for me, like, I can't keep up with Poshmark. That's the main issue I have is I'm so busy between eBay and Amazon. Like, even Mercari, I'm struggling to keep up with at this point. It used to be like eBay and Mercari were my two major platforms, but you know, now with you know, being on Amazon and really trying to make a run at that, even Mercari's suffering a little bit. But yeah, Posh is like kind of become the low man on the totem pole for me.
Yeah. Plus the 20%. I mean, and then everybody's lowballing everything. It seems like more work inside of it than it needs to be. You know, I don't do a lot of best offers in the eBay most of the time anymore, just because I know what I want out of it, and if not, I'll just keep it.
Good morning, Jennifer. Thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Hi, Jennifer.
Good
Yeah, if there's
morning.
any other questions, put them down below if you wanted to ask me.
So the booth you have, just by hearing you describe it, I'm assuming it's sort of like, I don't know if you've seen the one Family Flips has, where it's like they just go set their stuff and, you know, what sells. They don't even have to be there for it. They just put like a tag on it.
Yep.
I thought your little DYMO thing for making things last night.
Yeah, where is that? Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is like $18 at Walmart, and the refills, you get 2 of these for $4.88, and they last pretty good amount of time. But that's pretty handy for tagging all my stuff, and helps on your bins and stuff, honestly. But that's pretty cheap, and it's right, you know, most people have a Walmart close, but and it just makes it look a little more professional than me writing it out. And since I have to have a SKU, I can just leave the SKU in and just change the title, and so it makes it faster than writing, honestly. But yeah, it's just nice to be able to, you know, like I had a sewing machine I got for $15, and, you know, selling on eBay, good luck, you know, with the shipping and everything. And I sold it for $39 in my flea market booth because it was worth it to them, because they didn't have to pay the shipping and all that. Yeah. So some things, you know, you can sell more for, but I'm also paying rent. But there's a lot of, you know, you're thinking about, if you have an eBay store, you're paying monthly. If you have a storage unit, you're paying monthly. So, I mean, in a way, but like there's some things like I get Dollar Tree stuff, sell it in my booth, because a lot of people don't know how cheap Dollar Tree is. So I'm just repurposing it, kind of resale arbitrage into my booth. So the Dollar Tree stuff almost makes me my rent back.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I do a lot of Dollar Tree stuff as well.
Yeah,
I love shopping there.
Yeah,
it's like
the magic erasers and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
so cheap.
Yeah,
for sure.
In my power washing, I use Dawn a lot, and so I can get Dawn there so cheap too. So it's helped my other businesses and stuff too. Yeah, that's another thing. I have a lawn mowing business, and I do power washing too. I did power washing yesterday morning. I clean off sidewalks, and I just got a bid for doing the side of a bank, the black mold that gets on the side of a wall. So I do that is my main thing, but this is just my fun thing.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my awesome. My business name is Lawn in Order.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
It's worked out well. I thought about just selling it with the name, just because I can probably get more out of it than it's worth, and then just have a new name.
Yeah. for sure. What's up, Jordan? My flipping life just jumped in the chat. Good to see you, buddy.
Do you do any storage lockers or anything like that?
Well, now that I got the flea market booth, I'm starting to look into it. Yeah, I've actually, I have a friend that's called some, so I know there's about 3 real close to me that I can do some on. And I live in an apartment complex, so I can throw away quite a bit of trash without anybody saying anything. So I can kind of, I mean, most people, how many people are going to pay for storage and have trash? It's more going to be people that just think that their stuff's worth something, that it's trash. But
yeah, so DC Picker's saying the power washing YouTube channels get stupid amounts of views.
Yeah,
something you want to do is,
oh yeah,
you can rock a GoPro while you're power washing. That'd be awesome, dude.
Oh yeah, and it's one of the things I used to do that all the time on Facebook and put up the power washing. People love watching it because it's so rewarding to see that dirt get taken off, and so it's kind of that and so yeah, that's one of the things I'm going to do this spring. I'm going to have a lawn mowing, how to set up your lawn mowing business for the beginning of the year, and I just want to get good at YouTube and then do the power washing. Have 2 different separate channels for that. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is exercise too. I love exercise, and I think that really helps my mental. When I don't have things going right up here, I go run or go work out, and it usually cures a lot of that. Yeah. And so eventually, I want to do that too. I haven't always been in good shape. I used to smoke cigarettes and stuff, so it's nice having my energy back, and it's nice that I can do it. I have a buddy that got shot in the back and he can't walk anymore. And so I always think, anytime I think about, I don't want to run, I just think about him. He can't. And so it makes it easier. I'm grateful.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that I really miss too, is being able to like go to the gym and like really get a good workout. That's like since like my back injury and like my hip injuries and stuff like that, like if I go to the gym now, I'm down for like 3 to 4 days, like just trying to,
I understand
that again. But I'm sure there's some things I can do, and I'm going to try to kind of get into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really miss that. Back whenever I was wrestling professionally, that was like part of my routine, is going to the gym, taking all the proteins, and
it gets addictive. It feels great after a while. So it's not even a challenge to get in there because it feels good, but we've all been there, and it's easy to go back to not doing stuff too. I think biking is one of the easiest, best activities without hurting your body, and it's such a good full workout, and it's fun. I mean, who doesn't like to bike a little bit? So I don't think people worry about trying to do too much at the beginning. It's just do a little bit. 30 minutes of walking a day is about all you need if you're just eating correctly, but
Headland Profits is asking, have you ever power washed school buses? If you get a contract with them in the summer, there's good money in that.
I'm sure it is. Yeah, I like to power wash, but I haven't ramped it up to being too much because I'm a one-man show, and so having the lawn business and power washing it's hard to juggle all that work, and I like reselling, so.
How long have you been reselling for?
Well, I guess mostly I was a collector hoarder for so long, and I would just sell a little bit to buy more stuff to hoard. Mm-hmm. But I'd say beginning of summer is when I really started thinking about it as being like, and last year I started doing it to pay for my mandolin lessons, and that was like the reason I did it. When I turned 42, I was like, I just got to that point where if I'm on birthday, I don't buy something for myself. I buy lessons, or I buy something that's going to make me improve myself. And so I bought the mandolin. Yeah, just something I do, I bought a mandolin and I bought the lessons, and I loved it, obviously. And so this year I'm going to do the bluegrass guitar picking. But yeah, who knows I think we all need to who knows what's going to come into next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
We all need to be growing, and that's why I like you guys. I think about Amazon. I want to try something new. You know, it's kind of like last night I went to do the live, and I don't get scared of a lot of things, but I started getting scared. But I realized I'm not scared. You know, I'm just excited. And so don't think of it being scared. It's about the same feeling. Just do it. And that's usually a tell to me. It's like, that's where the universe wants you going, is when you're kind of scared. So if I'm a little nervous about it, I think that's where I'm supposed to go sometimes. And so I'm always looking for something to push myself a little bit.
The nice thing too, like in regards of, like, for example, Amazon or any of these new reselling ventures or business ventures, there's always people that you can rely on for help if you get stuck or anything like that. Like for me, getting into Amazon, like, I mean, there's just so many like little things you have to do that are just a pain in the butt. So like Nate will tell you, like, he gets random messages when he's at work or wherever, like, dude, what do I do here? What do I do here? What do I do there? And that's the nice thing about having people in the community that you can reach out to and, you know, just kind of have your back as far as that stuff goes, so you don't get into something over your head.
Agreed. I learned so much from Commonwealth Picker because at the end of his videos, he'd put on how he shipped everything. And I learned so much from shipping because he'd speed it up 3 or 4 times so you wouldn't have to, you know, and man, I love that. And it's like, I think that's what got him a lot of extra viewers, because he kind of realized that people weren't really showing how to do it. And that was and we all know and just already talked about how that's a game changer when it comes to knowing how to ship right, you know, where to get your supplies. You know, that's like talking to my buddy, Road Warrior Resale. And you know, I kind of have a business too, where I have deals in my flea market booth, and I have some things I know I'm going to make money on, but I want people to come there too. So I realize that's what Walmart does. And you look at their shipping supplies at Walmart, good night. That's how they're making money, because that's ridiculous. You know, I mean, their big bundle is $16.98, and you go to Amazon, it's $20 for 4 of the same thing.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's nice to know just those little things that helps my business from all the community we have, which I think we can tell too. Like you see someone like Cincinnati Picker has got like 85,000 subs. I know 2 years ago, there wasn't enough people watching resale video. There's not even that many people watching it to get to that. So I think we're on the kind of beginning curve of something that's going to be bigger, especially if the economy turns down any, you know. That's kind of what got this all started in 2007.
Yeah, for sure. BK Vending and Flipping's asking if you play the banjo.
No, I haven't learned. I could play a little bit, but nothing cool. I do like the finger rolling. I like to do that with the guitar, but eventually that's, you know, I want to learn a lot of instruments. I got a couple violins. I want to learn a little violin. It's the same neck as the mandolin. So I don't limit myself to, who knows. I like to make money to learn. I'm crazy. And that's why I fell in love with YouTube, is free learning. I mean, I'm born in '76, where you had to buy. I went to libraries buying all my info, and now it's free. Yeah. It blows my mind still this day. And then you got good community in here, you know. And this is another. I just tell my buddy, this is another place where it's a community where you feel if you give to someone, you will get it back. So you have no problem giving ever, you know. And I think it's nice because a lot of people don't do that anymore in America. And so it's nice that we have a little community that we really feel like we're getting something back.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Do you play in a band, or have you ever?
I'm going to start doing some stuff. I have a lot of buddies that play around town. They want me to join in with them, because a lot of them take breaks and stuff on their live shows, and they want me to jump in. And so that's one of my next things, is I'm getting a piece put in so I can hook into a mic, into an amp, and so I can amplify even though the mandolin doesn't need amplified, it kicks pretty good. But yeah, that's another thing this year. And I'm going to do some what do you call it, open mics, and so cool. I just go in and mess around, and yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I know a few years ago I was a part of a Christian band called Mercy's New, and we tore around, like, you know, Pennsylvania and
nice.
A little bit of the tri-state. But
I've seen you had that bass. You play the bass, right?
Yeah. Slap the bass. Yeah,
slapping the bass. Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be fun to jam, man. That'd be a fun thing to do.
We should put together like a YouTube concert where all the people that like play instruments or sing whatever on YouTube just get together and we just like do it. That'd be awesome.
You guys can do
I love that.
at the meetup. We'll
Yeah,
slap
love that.
Okay.
a quick thing or whatever.
I love doing the meetup, but that's my busiest time of the year. That's when I am ramped up for the lawn mowing, and it's craziness for me. But I'd love to.
Understandable.
I always wanted to be a baseball player when I was a kid. And it's funny that I created my own business where I have the same season as a baseball player with my lawn business. It's exactly the same.
I'm sure we'll have other meetups too, and this won't be just like a one and done thing because like we're talking a little bit ago, like maybe we'll do something right before the Steelers season or right at the start of it or something like that.
That'd be awesome.
We can like go to a game or just do something like sort of similar to what we're going to do, come time in April.
Yeah, that'd be fun. My uncle lives in Odenton, Maryland, and I've driven out there before, so I'm sure I'll probably do it again sometime this year, and that'd be cool to slip by there out to Picksburgh because it's not that it's on the way basically.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're ever in town, man, like hit us up. We'll definitely get together and hang out. At least get a meal or something.
Absolutely. My dog Bo's up here.
What's up, Bo?
Let's see.
Oh.
He's got a hard life.
Yeah.
He rides in my truck everywhere I go.
That's cool.
Yeah. I got a little electric blanket I plug in when it's really cold.
I love pups. I wish my dog would come down here in my basement, but he's like scared of my basement or whatever. But he'll go upstairs. He just won't go downstairs unless he's already upstairs.
Interesting.
I have to like teach him. I have to just carry him down here and get him used to the floor or something. I don't know.
Yeah, only give him treats downstairs.
I tried that this morning. I was at the bottom of the steps. I was dangling like one of his bones, and usually goes nuts for him. And I thought he'd like go down halfway and then run back up with it, but he was like, "Nah, I'm not coming down there."
Reseller King, what are you gonna change your name to? Do you want some ideas?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. You have any idea of what you'd like to change your name to?
Yeah, I love Blue Healers, Resale King. He's amazing. He ran 10 miles with me one time, no problem.
Kelly says he heard about the man who lives in the basement.
That was to change his name too.
I thought about changing my name, but I just don't know what to change it to. I have no idea because like you look at all the things that goes into like being a creator and you want to be able to have people easily search you out. And so many creators now and the terms and other things that go on YouTube, it's so hard to just be able to not be blown out by somebody else who has like 1 million views on a bunch of different videos or a music video or whatever. Like if I did something with just say something with my beard or something, like there's tons of people that have done something with that or and other stuff too. So it's hard, but it's for some BK vending and flipping, he might want to just keep his name because that's like the perfect thing for him, man. Like that's you, like you know what I mean.
Yep. I think like the name only really, for me, what I've noticed at my position where I'm at, the name really only helps in the live chats because when it's in the live chat and there's a bunch of people going through, they see Bluegrass Picker and they'll go to it because they know what I am real quick, you know. So I'd say, but otherwise, I don't know if it really matters too much. I think your guys' name's just fine.
Yeah,
sure. I love your guys' names. And who doesn't love Picksburgh's intro? One of my favorite movies was Groundhog's Day, so I love it. It's got the same melody, and I love it.
Well, thank you. Yeah, a lot of people like it. I whenever I first set it up, I'm thinking I don't know how people are going to react to this. This is like a '70s polka song, but people seem to like it. I
love the drone footage going, and I love bridges. Then you're doing the bridge and then the stadium. I love that. I love seeing, because you see Pittsburgh, and it's a good idea. I like the intro.
Thank you, Dana. I appreciate that.
The hillbilly picker, hillbilly hustler.
Thanks, Dana.
Yeah, it's not bad. I kind of like that.
Riso King said the bearded pickle. Yeah, I mean, like every day I'm hustling is like, like the equivalent of what I really am. Because I mean, because of how I work and everything, like it's me. But Rick Ross and me, like we box it out on the search, thing. So, someone sees me in a chat and they're like, "Oh, I forgot to sub to him," or I want to go check out his content or whatever the case may be. They'll go looking for me, and after about a half hour of scrolling, they might find my name underneath like the reselling remix song that someone made of reselling.
Yeah. I don't know the algorithms well enough, but I think it's a good name.
Typically, I just put in every day I'm hustling eBay, and then he comes up.
Yeah, I'm almost better off just doing that, like just adding eBay to the end of it or something.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people need to seek like someone like you because how many you're working 50 hours a week, Nate, and then trying to and doing Amazon too, and you're still sourcing. I mean, that's a lot of things to do with the family, and almost people want to see how you can actually do that in the day. It'd be kind of a cool video of like how my day really rolls, and people, a lot of people, I think a lot of us came to reselling because you hear of passive income and all that crap, and it's just crap. It's just more work, but it's more fun work and doesn't seem like work. But we also got to have you got to have your stuff down. I learned that you got to have a station to have your photos and things. You got to have your systems down, or else nothing gets done. And you obviously have your systems down.
Yeah, I find that every minute of every hour I kind of have to have mapped out, and if not, then I kind of get sucked into whatever else I could be doing. Like I can easily sit here and jump in 90 different chats and hang out, which I love to do because I love the community and being part, showing support. But like if I don't kind of like during the night out, for example, like there's not too many people that go live during then, so I kind of okay, now this is my time that the kids are asleep. Like I stay up to about 3 o'clock in the morning, basically almost every night and do my work like for 4 or 5 hours. Then I go to sleep and then wake up at like 9:30, 9 o'clock, and then do the show. And then basically after that, I'm on my way to work. So
right.
It gets hectic. But
what if you were, instead of every day I'm hustling, what if you're every day I'm reselling? Every day I'm reselling.
I like that too.
I mean, I don't know. It's just an idea.
I'll have to type it in and see what the because I use vidIQ. It kind of tells me like how bad the search is for that or whatever, like how many indexes or people, and so I get to see like it'll tell me like who's the top producer in that category of search or whatever. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, kind of. There's a bunch of little different things that you're able to download. It's like extensions that
there you go, Nate. Whatever happened to every day I'm humping?
If I keep humping, I'll have more kids. But
I like your name. I don't think you really need to change it, but that's my opinion.
And maybe if I just add a G to it, maybe that'll single me out instead of going exactly with how Rick Ross spells his.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. We'll have to play around with it one day and see what we see. Gate City Picker and the Hizzle. What's up, man?
The Reseller King said you can be Lion Tamer Hustler.
Shirley thought I said something about her, I guess. Go away, Siri. Sheesh. They're listening. You see that? They want to know why every day I'm hustling, I
Brandon says every day I'm selling on eBay/Amazon and considering buying storage units.
I'd be on every search thing for reselling basically at that point.
Yep. Oh, there you
Thing
go.
that in is
Probably
flea
more
market.
pickers in the house.
Hi, Kevin.
What's up, Kevin? Good to see you.
How you doing, buddy?
Just, giving you a shout out as his favorite content creator, Kevin.
This is true.
It's truth.
Yeah.
He got the flea market boost, and that's why I really enjoyed, because that's something I wanted to do, and I already had the antique boost, so it was and like I said, his shipping, showing you how to ship is and little tricks around it and everything was really key.
Yeah, he definitely knows his stuff.
If you've never shipped before, depending on what some of the items are, you could really, hurt yourself. You know what I mean? Like not only just the cost, but the items you're shipping to your customer, because you get bad feedback. You get people that say, "Hey, this is damaged or broken or whatever." And now you're out money, or having to deal with USPS for that or whatever. But so that is very important, especially for a lot of us before reselling. Unless you're shipping something back to Amazon or whoever that you bought something from, probably didn't do much packing or anything unless you worked at a job that did it. You know what I mean? Because other than that, before that, probably you're sending out checks or whatever for paying bills or putting cards in the mail or whatever else it could be.
Yeah.
When I just learning too that like just shipping whatever I want to ship, and I just go on to PayPal, use their label on PayPal, and it's basically the same discount as eBay. So I sent out a lot of Christmas gifts this year that was way cheaper than 4 pounds for $8.50, that it would have been $25 if I would have went to the post office. So that was nice little, just knowing that from I think it was Lonnie that explained that one in his video. Yeah, everybody should subscribe to Commonwealth Picker if you're in here.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna highlight him so you guys know who he is. I'm sure you already know who he is, though.
Yeah, especially garage sale people. He does a lot of garage sales.
Yep. I can't believe he was still garage selling. Like I think the last video I watched, I think it must have been a week ago.
Yeah, he's holding some of those, but he did one that was in the frost. That was funny.
Yeah, that was one I watched.
Okay,
wow, like I can't believe we're still even having those, because around here it's like once it gets below like say 55 degrees, it's like forget it. Like there's no chance. You know what I mean?
Same here.
So for him to still be doing them or have the opportunity to still hit some, it's pretty awesome, because I miss it, man.
Yeah, me too. It's a treasure hunt. So much fun. I love, and what they taught me was bundling a bunch of stuff there. They don't want to take that stuff back in the house. It's probably going right to their truck to go to Goodwill, and so they don't even expect to get much out of it. So you kind of know that. I love how Commonwealth walks up to it and goes, "Well, how much are you going to pay me to take this away for you?"
Sure.
But yeah, I like too. Like Commonwealth just picked up like 20 Christmas trees. He does like 5 to 20 every year. He gets them at Walmart, 75% off, buys them for $5 or less, I think, and then sells them for $40 the rest of the year. And he's already sold 2 of the 20, before the season's even. And he usually sells them all in, November. But
yeah, I was definitely jealous watching that video of him hitting that yard sale. I'm like, man.
Yeah, and he was a good one too, if I remember right.
He just said they're from a few months ago.
Oh, are they? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, man, I really like. I'm about to go venture down to his way down into Virginia and have to hit up some.
But it's smart too to hold those videos, because people are starving for some garage sale videos. He had one that hit like almost 10,000 views. I think it's because people aren't putting any out, and so I think it's worked out in a funny way.
I might have to. If I would ever get to the point where I'm like, have a nice plethora of like pre-records, just like, on the back burner, that's definitely a good idea.
Yep.
Definitely.
That's kind of what I've been doing.
Because like
whenever I started, that's what I would do. I would, basically have this invisible kitty with like so many different videos in it, and they'd be scheduled out like, a month to 2 months in advance.
Yep.
Now it's like I'm stuck in that like same day grind.
Do you guys have a GoPro?
Yeah, I have the Hero 7 Silver. It's like not the top 7. It's like the middle grade 7.
Yeah.
I got the black 7.
Okay. You guys
I
like
really
them?
want the 8.
Yeah, I like it.
Like the difference between the two, like between like what Anthony has and I have, mine has a removable battery, so I can bring multiple batteries. Mine has a little bit better sound, but other than that, like they're the same. Now the difference between the 8 and the 7 is basically video quality, and I think it has some type of Bluetooth capabilities, I think.
Okay.
But that sound is pretty good out here in the video quality. So being able to do 4K is going to be pretty cool.
Thank you, Ira.
I was also going to ask, I know you've talked about storage units. Are you guys thinking about doing some storage units?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on one that's like close enough and like good enough value. And for me, the units I target are boxes, totes, and bags. I don't, if it has furniture, I shy away from it just because I can't move that stuff. Just with, you know, being physically limited and everything. So that drastically hinders which ones I can and can't buy. So as soon as they start having some more like around my side of town, I'll definitely be getting into them. There's a few in Pittsburgh right now, but they're just trash.
Yeah.
So.
That's the reason I'm going to start doing is because I have the flea market booth where I can have some heavy stuff in there and get rid of stuff that before I didn't want to do a storage unit because I didn't. And that's one thing I do that the guy in there told me about at the flea market was I advertise on Facebook Marketplace my items in the booth. So then I don't have to go meet them anywhere. They just go to my booth. So that way I don't have to worry about people not showing up and I don't have to waste my time. And I'm just basically advertising my products that are already there. It's already working for me.
Yeah.
That and they might buy something else too. You know what I mean? You could sweeten the deal or bring something else or
exactly because mine's sports collectible theme mainly, and so if they come to see that, I've got other things that are good.
Right.
That's like I love those card breaks because you know a lot of people don't like the Royals or Cardinals, and so I can get them cheap, and I sell them one card for what I get 100 cards for here because everybody loves the Cardinals and Chiefs and Royals. So got to know what sells here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Birthday boy's coming up soon. Myra threw it out there January 23rd.
Oh, nice.
Me and Cameron's birthday. We got it on the same day.
Thanks for coming in, Kevin. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's a good idea there, Paul. He said try finding someone to partner with. There are plenty of people who only want big stuff and not the boxes and storage stuff. Yeah, that's a
Makes
good idea. I know me and Nate were considering partnering up on some stuff, but that's for mainly because he has a strong back and I don't. So I don't know if he's really into the big stuff. Are you into big stuff, Nate?
I mean, as long as everything goes the way I think it would, yeah, I would take the big stuff, or we could put it up at my dad's place. You know what I mean? And open the doors and say, or set a day like one day, and be like furniture for the low and come get it. You know, because we get all those people from St. Vincent de Paul right next door.
Yeah.
So we have all those type of people that buy used stuff, and their prices are insane for furniture, like insane. So we'd get some really good stuff. Man, that would pay for the unit, tenfold.
Yeah.
Just for a nice like love seat recliner set, like even if it was like 10 years old, as long as there was no rips, no major issues, like I would even clean the thing if it needed to get like $900, $1,000 for it or whatever, because if they sell furniture that's like from the 80s and 70s that has some issues, that the only thing they do is like basically treat it for any of that bugs or whatever, because there's like a mandate for it, I guess, or whatever. They have to do that. So yeah, I mean, that's what man. I wish I could or was going full time, because I would have so many similar situations I could do, and I can set up my own marketplace at my dad's place, because that, because I have all those people that walk over next door. The only thing I got to do is put a sign that says, "I got this type of junk too,"
Yeah.
and I see people just walking right over, because I'd have the new stuff versus they bring in new stuff too, but it's usually not as much as like it wouldn't be a whole store full. Like I would only have doors open maybe a couple days a week or one day a week, and try to get rid of it all one shot if I could.
Yeah, for sure.
I wanted to ask you guys too. Do you guys have auctions you get to go to where it's just an auction on estates and stuff? No.
No, I
Like,
wish.
just estate sales, but no auctions or
Okay.
anything. I mean, if there is, it's like a secret society or something, because
Yeah.
it's like no one wants you to know about it, because they're winning all the good stuff or whatever. There was one relatively close to me, I believe, but I guess it caught fire, because I talked to a guy during garage sale season. I was asking a lot of people during garage sale season, "Hey, is there any auctions around here or anything?" Because you see some of these people at these garage sales, and they're just like collectors, and they're getting rid of some stuff. Actually, it's some really, really good stuff. And then you go in their house, and it's like, all this isn't for sale, but this is. So those are usually the good people that you talk to, and you're like, "Hey," because they usually shop at those type of places. So I'm like, "Hey, did you get, do you know of any auctions?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, place burned down." So,
Yeah. When I found the auctions around here, that it's kind of the same thing as like Goodwill's. Like now, since I have flea market booths, I kind of look for like cool cabinets and like stuff to fill my booth that makes it look antique, that holds my items, and everybody passes those up. And I found the same thing at auctions, that people don't come there looking for buying a mahogany dinner table, and it might go for $40 with all the chairs and stuff, because no one planned on buying it. No one had a trailer, no one had a truck, no one had two people to take it away. So if you know what you're doing, you can really, and you know where to store it and you know where to put it. Around here, if you scaled it up, you could probably do a lot in auctions, because there's not a lot of people there here. But.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mac. I really appreciate the super chat, man. Definitely not necessary, but very, very much appreciated. You said don't get too big to break the band up. So I don't know if you meant like break up the morning show, or you want to see Anthony jam out on.
He meant you guys, I'm sure.
I know that Steven Scroggins wants to see that. He mentioned that early on. So we'll go through him.
He said, "It seems like all the good morning shows break up." I'm pretty sure, as long as we're both in good health, we will be here for the morning show.
Yeah.
Me and Anthony's, we're a pretty tight bond. We're able to do different things, and we go sourcing together and everything else. So it would take basically something health related for one of us not to be on the show.
Yeah. I'm glad I found your channel. I can't remember how I did, but I'm sure I'm glad.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you did too, man. But yeah, I don't foresee the show breaking up anytime soon. I mean, really, to be quite frank with you guys, this has just been like a morphing type show, because like we started with mid-morning break room, and then Tommy and I kind of spun off and did the entrepreneurs, brought Nate in on that, and then ECOM and Beyond kind of spun off of that. So it's kind of been the same, well, not really the same show, but I guess I've been the consistent factor through all three. But I don't really foresee, us stopping anytime soon.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Nope. Can't stop till I get enough.
Well, I enjoy it because you guys like to have a topic and you like to go with things. And when you bring someone like me, it's because of flea markets and antique booths and stuff. So they know what they're kind of getting, and it's got some reseller content. Some people get on there and it's not so much, but at least you know what you're getting into, and I like that you guys have some valuable content that we can take with us. And there's not a lot of people that sell on Amazon that give up any secrets, and so that's what you're not going to tell us our products, but you're going to tell us the process, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, and like with me being down here now, I'm gonna try and also bring some more of that to pre-recorded too, where I'm trying to show more of the, like, I'm not gonna tell you the products, but I'll teach you how to fish. You know what I mean? Like, I'll teach you how to find what you want to find.
That's
right.
important.
That's valuable
Because the products are going to dry up.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if people know how to fish, then there's going to be products for a lifetime.
Right.
Yeah.
And that kind of the same thing with like garage sales too. You know, knowing your comps, knowing what stuff you just go for, what's bread and butter, what's long tail, what's, you know, that type of thing too. So it's basically the same thing like that. So you know, just learn how to fish for Amazon and doing it without being ungated like in any of the major categories. And that's what I did for over a year now. And you know, I've done pretty well. I'm pretty happy with everything you know, up to this point. And now we're looking into some wholesale stuff. So it'll be very interesting on how much growth can happen just by opening up a couple categories or a couple doors. So
yeah, it's just fun to learn something new and keep growing and keep learning. Got to push.
That's my mission there, Mac, is to get Nate over 1K. I want to get him over 1K by the time we do our meetup.
He should be already. I don't know how
I'm going to need some help with that, guys. So if you could help me getting the Bearded Wonder to 1K, I'd appreciate that.
I definitely appreciate it. I try to help everybody, you know what I mean? Like, if anybody ever has questions or anything like that, I always try to answer them whenever I can. Because this is how I got my start. You know what I mean? I got my start from YouTube. Like, I was hurt and on the couch. I was watching YouTube randomly, which I never really watched a lot of YouTube before. And boom, there was a reselling video. And I'm like, I can do that. This guy just went to Goodwill and grabbed the polo for $1 and sold it for $15 or $20. Are you kidding me? Like, I can do that. Now, mind you, I might have bought a few that didn't pan out or took a long time to sell because I was grabbing every polo on the thing for $1 because it was Sunday and they were a $1 day. But
yeah,
you know, I started learning how to fish. You know what I mean? And I kind of knew about some values and some video games and collectibles because, you know, I've always been a gamer and I you know, I understand, you know, how certain games or like Mario or whatever have a lot of collector value or people really love that type of game or whatever. So I had a little bit more knowledge than maybe some people, but probably about the same for the most part. So
hey, Maggie Doodle, thanks for joining us.
Jordan says Nate keeps asking me to be on the show, and poor guy keeps thinking I'm getting ignored the invite. No, I know you're working or whatever, man. It's all good. I don't expect you to take a day off just to be on the show. Well, just let me know whenever you you know, you have a day off and you know you're not tied up in the morning. Like if you got something planned, if you're free during the morning, just let me know. You can come on.
Yeah, dude, we'd love to have you. I want to have all the bad boys on eventually, but you guys all are busy in the mornings for the most part.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean? Like I don't fault your hustle.
Alex is moved to Tennessee, and you're over there in Wooster. You need to come. Are you going to come over to the meetup, Jordan?
Yeah, dude, you need to come out to the meetup, man.
I definitely want to do some stuff with you too, like and come out your way as well. We can do some pre-recorded stuff.
Yeah, dude, I'd like to, you know, maybe tag along for that.
Heck yeah. We'll be I'll let you ride shotgun.
My man.
Yeah, that or you drive. It don't matter. Whatever.
I don't care either way. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
dude, I would love to come to Arizona, Matt. Like, that's definitely one of the places I'd love to visit. I've never been out there. I'd like to eventually like get to the point where I can, kind of do some traveling. So D is asking about Australia. There's a live show happening tomorrow. It's 4:30 Eastern time is when it starts. Brad from Two Aussie Thrifters has organized this big auction of sorts. It's also like a charity drive to help support all the people that have been affected by the tragedies and everything happening with the huge fire over in Australia. So essentially what's happening is he's going to have, as of right now, I know it's at least 25 different channels are coming on. They're going to put some stuff up for auction, and 100% of everything goes directly to the relief efforts in Australia. So there's also going to be opportunities. I'm pretty sure they've already raised $1,000 at least as far as their goal. I mean, they're trying to get as much as possible because there's so much devastation happening there right now. So I would highly suggest any of you guys that aren't familiar with Two Aussie Thrifters or Brad and Jazz to definitely look them up. If somebody could grab a link to their channel and drop it, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, essentially they're scheduling out time slots for different channels to come on and auction items off. So I know I will be in the 6:30 Eastern time slot. Should be like right after Tommy and Tracy go. So
That's cool.
Auctioning off some stuff and hopefully, helping to raise a good bit of money for the relief effort. But definitely suggest you guys check that out. If you're able to give something, cool. Even if you're able to donate an item or to auction off an item to help, you could always reach out to Brad. I know I contact him a lot through Instagram, so you can probably hit him up there. Vale has a question, totally off topic, but I've been wanting to tell you, Anthony, that I bought a Yankee Candle lot from you, and I love it. Make me smile every time I use my warmer candles. Thank you so much, Vale. I really appreciate that. That must have been on T and Donatella's auction. I'm really happy that you enjoyed it. Thank you.
I was talking to my wife yesterday, just like how, she knows I want to go full time and everything, and I was just explaining to her that, like, why, and it's exactly what like Jordan and Occasion Roots reseller was saying, is just the freedom of being able to do your own hours and be around and do exactly what you want to do. And there's a lot of opportunities and things I miss because I'm working during basically the main meat of the day, from 1 to 10 p.m. I'm working at least, and sometimes longer. So it makes it rough.
Yeah, it's difficult.
I'm gonna have to get a hold of Brad. I've been meaning to message him and either see if I can jump in or and auction something, or at the very least I'll donate something.
Yeah, for sure.
Buy something.
Just hit him up on Instagram, man. He responds really quick.
I have to do that now.
I don't know what time it is in Australia right now. It could be like sleepy time for them, but yeah, he'll definitely hit you back.
I think I have him on Instagram, I think. Is it the same as his YouTube channel? Okay,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just Two Aussie Thrifters.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, they have a really good channel too, guys. If you haven't seen it, we had them as a guest when we were still doing the Entrepreneur Show. If you go back through my videos, you'll see it. They were one of our really, really awesome guests on our show. So I really enjoyed getting to connect with them and to kind of just hear what things are like over there in Australia and just get a different perspective on eBay and e-commerce and thrifting and that kind of stuff. They're definitely one of the better channels that I've found over in Australia.
Well, since they're doing that Saturday.
Yeah,
well, Saturday. So instead of doing it like my a working hangout, like 12 or 2, I'll start doing it I'll do it at 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'll start it, and I'll go all the way up until 4:30, and then I'll make sure to tell everyone to come over to Brad and to Aussie Thrifters channel for the auction.
Cool.
So I'll set that up as soon as the show's over. Actually, I'll set up now.
Okay, so it's 2:50 a.m. in Australia right now. Okay. Thank you, Neville. You're up late, man. Appreciate you being here, man. That's super cool of you.
What's up, Neville? I know he's been having some internet issues and stuff.
Yeah. DC Cells is asking if the storm is going to hit your area, Anthony.
It's just rain and thunderstorms. North of us is all a bunch of sleet and ice and stuff, so we missed out. Good thing about South Missouri, we just usually get sleet and then ice, and it melts pretty quick. Thanks for thinking about it, me. Where are you, DC Cells?
She's in Kentucky, I believe.
Kentucky. Yeah.
She's over by.
Yeah, I used to.
Nay.
When I lived in North Missouri, we used to get a lot of snow. So I feel like we just don't get much down here. Weather's great.
That's good.
Hi, Pearl Needing.
We get a good bit of. Hey, Lynn. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lynn.
Lynn's awesome. She's good people.
100%.
Gotta love some Perlini in your life.
Yep.
Tommy said they're gonna get a big winter storm this weekend, and well, he's in Wisconsin though, so like that's a huge snow capital of the U.S. for the most part.
I miss the snow. I like the snow. I mean, if it's gonna be cold, I'd rather just snow.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I hate most about snow is just it's inconvenient. You know, because like if I'm in a hurry to get somewhere, I gotta scrape the car, I gotta shovel the sidewalk, and you know what I mean. It's just like, come on, snow, you're like adding more stuff to my already full plate. And it would be okay if it was a buffet plate, but it's not a buffet plate, so irritates me.
Yeah, thanks for everybody that joined in today. I appreciate it. Yeah. I appreciate for inviting me on and thinking I'm worth enough value to bring to your live show.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like I've really enjoyed getting to like connect with you and talk with you on a more personal level rather than just in chat. And you know, I appreciate you taking the time out of your morning to be with us today.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in the chat that has any like last minute questions for Anthony? We're going to probably shut down here in the next probably 10, 15 minutes, something like that. So I want to be respectful of his time. And D Flipping Particles has a show at noon. Want to make sure that everybody has a chance to get over there and support her as well.
Yeah, I like her channel.
Okay,
most people have a great channel.
The working hangout is set up. I'll share the link here in a second.
Yeah, I'll definitely jump on with you because I got some listing to do. You know what the really weird thing is? I've been like so lackadaisical with listing lately, but I've still had sales every day. Yesterday, I actually listed. I list some really good inventory. I have no sales right now. I'm sure I'll get some throughout the day, but it's just so weird how eBay's algorithm works like that.
Yeah, it's crazy because you know I don't list every day, but for the most part I get sales pretty often. You know what I mean? And I mean a lot of it depends on your inventory, and just listing every day gives you better odds at basically hitting like the eBay success of a sale because you have more stuff in there, so more people have an opportunity to see your stuff. So if you only have say 100 listings, it doesn't mean that you're not going to sell something because you didn't list today or whatever, But if you do like an extra couple listings, that's just more stuff that you have a possibility to sell. So that it should increase your chances to win something, or not win something, but to sell something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think a lot of stuff that, you know, we talk about that, you know, some people think that, you know, listening every day helps, and it truly does, because, you know, like I said, it just gives you a better shot at you know, having something sell. But is it the win all be all thing? Like, you're not going to sell anything if that happens? I would honestly say no. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a random thing. Just like me thinking, if I pack something, as soon as it sells, am I going to, you know, am I going to basically get another sale very quickly?
Right.
Yeah, I think so. But does that mean if it's really true? No, it's just a random thing. You know what I mean?
Yep. I still think it's about putting up a good product. It's not just about putting up products too, you know, at a good price.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Cajun was asking what channel we said was going live. It's D Flippin' Particles. She has a show she does at noon Eastern, Monday through Friday. So typically when we're getting ready to shut down, she's getting ready to start up. So we try to, you know, show her some love and send some people her way, you know, every morning, you know, people that are listing, packing, looking for some kind of live show to interact in. She's a good one to go to after us.
I just threw a link in the chat for the working hangout, 10 a.m. Saturday.
Yep.
This bearded guy and probably this guy.
Yeah, I'll definitely be on there. So, Anthony, if you want to join us, or anybody that the way we roll at working hangouts, and I know it's Nate's, so I can't really speak for him, but he does pretty much the same thing I do. Like, it's pretty much open to anybody that wants to hang out, and you know, so that's the way we roll. At least
That's fun to me.
We
I put
really
a reminder on.
we really like to interact with people that support our channels, regardless of if you create content or not, if you resell it or not. So it's a working hangout. So we're going to be working, but we also want to hang out. So make sure you come out and you're a part of that. There's the link right here. We just put up on screen. See the bearded wonder in all of his glory down in his basement. So, and obviously you see me down there. His is much more neater than mine, guys. Look how much more neater his basement is than mine. Mine's a hot mess. Like, if I move out of the way, look at all them boxes just like thrown. You know what I mean?
Mine looks like that.
It's neat right here, but if I turn my screen,
Yeah, that's how mine looks.
Yeah, like it's neat over here because that's going to be my listing area over there. But
Yeah.
you know, it's gonna. I'm sure it'll have its. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like some days whenever I have some Amazon stuff stacked up that needs to go out. Because I ship usually 200-300 items at a time, so it's pretty bulky down here. But I got a lot of room, man. I got a lot of room down here.
What time is your live tomorrow, Des? Let us know what time your live is too, because I want to promote that as well. In case you guys don't know, Destiny is Tommy the Bargain Effects wifey. So, like, we are really close friends with both of them guys. 11 a.m. Central. So that would be, what, noon our time?
Yeah.
Okay. So noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. She's going to be going live on her channel to talk about mental health and stuff like that. She has a really encouraging channel, guys. If anybody's ever struggled with mental illness or depression or anything like that, definitely reach out to Destiny, because she is, she struggles with that as well, and she wants to be supportive to the community and everything like that. Okay, so she says it's every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central. Gotcha.
I'll check that out.
So, yeah, definitely, guys, make sure you check that out tomorrow as well. Nate's is 10 a.m. Eastern, so it'll be 2 hours prior to the start of Destiny's. So, if you wanted to come hang out with me and Nate and then jump over to yours, Destiny, that'd be fine too. If not, if you need to prepare for it, I understand. We love you either.
Yeah, I was originally planning to do it later, but with the Australian auction, I had to kind of push it back a little bit.
Yeah, Destiny, if you have the link set up already, you can drop it. That way people can go send their reminders and everything. One thing we wanted to do before we sign off, though, is we wanted to give Anthony an opportunity to serenade us with his musical prowess. Thank you, Tommy.
I'll probably screw it up now, right?
Destiny's link, guys. You want to go subscribe to her, show her some love?
I'm subscribed to Shamrock Pixie already. I'm really interested to see her live. That'll be neat. I was bad. Sorry.
That was pretty good, man.
No, man.
I couldn't do that. I'd have no shot at doing anything like that.
Yeah, man. If I'd have known that we were going to be jamming, I'd have brought the bass down.
We need to do it sometime. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I saw that picture in the bass, and so I
haven't played as much as I probably should have lately. Just with how busy I've been, I barely even give myself time to play video games at this point. So,
everything, I think sometimes it's just fun to put it on the back burner, and then you almost appreciate it more sometimes too. So you got it in your back pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, everybody.
Again, guys, I have Anthony's link down below in the description. Nate's link is down below in the description. If you'd show both them guys love, I'd appreciate it. Destiny did drop her link to tomorrow's mental health chat and open panel at right down there. So if you click on that, you can hit the bell notification or whatnot. Set yourself a little reminder for it. Make sure you'll be able to go support her because she's awesome. So love me some Shamrock Pixie and some Bargain Effect. So we really appreciate it, guys. We're going to get ready to shut down. Make sure you check out D. And if you would, leave some love for Anthony taking some time out of his day to be with us today, guys. I really appreciate that. Go over there.
Thanks for your live channel, guys. I really appreciate the invite.
Yeah,
no problem.
You're welcome anytime, man. If you ever want to come back on, just shoot me a message. Let me know.
Bet.
Definitely.
Take care.
See you guys.
See you.